element in view. I see many specialists doing this wrong. This is an important lesson when running an A/B test below default. So, what is the problem? In this experiment, we made a change below default. We added a button right here and made changes to this element. So not everyone on this page will see the changes I made. For instance, people can leave the website or sign up immediately and never scroll to here. If you check out your heat maps, you will see that many users do not scroll on certain pages, meaning they only see what is above default. If your variation has a change below default, users who do not scroll are still assigned to the experiment even though they do not see the element you changed. This makes your data much less reliable. Therefore, we need only to assign those who see the element you are testing on, both for the control and the variation. Obviously, this test is below default. Many visitors will miss this change, so we only want visitors in the experiment that see this text. There are two ways to do this, depending on the test tool you are using. The first method works for all testing tools. Simply copy the code from your cheat sheet and place it in the control and the variation. I already have it right here. The code creates several variables to determine the position of your element. Next, on every scroll, it detects if the element is in view. Once it is in view, it needs to send an event to Google Analytics stating what variant the user is in. As the code also checks if the event has already been sent, right here, it will only be triggered once. So this is the event we have to state that the visitor is in the variant. Now let's get this code and place it right here. Now this event will only be sent when this element is in the viewport of your user, and this element corresponds with this text. So when this text is in the viewport, so in the screen of your website visitor, this event will be sent to Google Analytics. For those users who do not get this element in their view, this event will not be sent and they will not be part of the A/B test in your Google Analytics. Now do remember that this is the default setup for sending events to GA4. If it does not work, ask your technical web analyst or developer, as changes have likely been made to the setup on your website. I already have the preview mode opened here. And when I scroll down, we nicely see the element in view console log, which is here in the code. So again, because this line of text is in my screen, the console log and the GA4 event are triggered. So this is the first method. Of course, you want to place this code in both the control and all the variations of your test. It should work for all testing tools, and you can find the code in your cheat sheet, both the JavaScript version and the jQuery version. The second method to do this might not be possible in your testing tool. In some testing tools, you can place the script in the targeting of your A/B test. In that case, the test will only be triggered when the element is in view. Therefore, users will only be counted in the experiment if they see the element you're testing on. There are also some tools that have a solution in place for this. Convert has a straightforward solution on the backlog and is building it while recording this lesson. Tools like Optimizely and VWO already have this built in. I hope all testing tools will build a straightforward solution for this soon. So in summary, when you test below default, do apply the element in view script so only visitors that actually see the element you're testing on enter the experiment. All other visitors on that page should not be part of the test. Use the code from your cheat sheet, get the right selector, place the event or trigger, and you are all set. Additionally, ask the customer support of your testing tool what the best setup is for your experiments.